Hello, hello, hello. It's Attorney Mike Graveline coming to you from Chicago. As usual, we're on Vlog Talk, but I got to show you my fancy new shirt. I think you're going to like it. But I got to sit strange so you can see it. There we go. I don't know if you can read that. It's the Wyandotte Swingers Club, established in 1969, of course. Before I was born. A club older than me. There you go. It's pretty snazzy. It says Law Talk with Mike at the bottom. I'm digging it. All right, we got a shorter one today. It's short. Let me get down in frame here. I was just up so you could see the bottom of the t-shirt. Oh, it's delicious. It's so delicious. It's everything I asked for. It doesn't matter. There's really no spoiler alert here. Just Lau comes trotting into court, and he's all mad because they violated him while he was in court, which is, and he doesn't think that this is somehow possible. By the way, he's lost me entirely. He is not as stupid as he puts on. He is stupid. He is low functioning, or he wouldn't be bothering with this. But he thinks he's clever, and he thinks he's being manipulative and clever, and he's not. I guess you're wasting time in front of like the easiest mark on the planet, namely Judge Khan. But even he's onto you. Like, you're not good at this. Anyway, let's do it. Shall we?
Mr. Lassip translating.
Got it. All right, let's go ahead and call the Michael Lau case. Mr. Lau, if you'll unmute your microphone and enable your video.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Michael Lau.
Good morning, Mr. Lau. Mr. Lau, I have one charge for you, a charge of littering. This allegedly occurred on April 22nd of 2025 at the 4800 block of Baseline Road. I do have a sentence recommendation in the file from the prosecutor's office. I'll just share with you so that you know what they would do or recommend if you were to plead guilty to the charge. They've indicated if you were to plead guilty, they would recommend a $15 fine with $30 in court costs or 4 hours of community service with the fine and costs being waived. So those are two different ways that the case could go forward for you if you wanted to accept the deal and plead guilty to the charge. You also have the right of pleading not guilty, having a follow-up conversation with the prosecutor this morning if you'd like to do that, or setting the case over for trial. So a couple of different ways to proceed. What would you like to do?
Thank you, Your Honor, for telling me the various options. First of all, I am totally puzzled with this ticket, with this citation, the one we refer.
Why are you totally puzzled? You've made a mess. Every day is a violation. You leave your BBT hanging out anywhere you want. They could violate you every day. They could write a ticket every day for your 17 crappy vehicles that are an eyesore in that neighborhood of Boulder, Colorado. There is nothing difficult to understand.
Referring to today, of course. First of all, I don't know how my personal information, my date of birth and driver's license, was obtained to be included in this. I was never asked for any of that information. Of course, Your Honor.
You're in trouble with the law constantly. They know your frickin' personal information. Oh my God. Have you had to show a license? Have you had to show all the registrations and everything that you've done, all the temp BS registrations you had? You have to give information every time. It's not rocket science for the authorities to figure out your personal information after you've had literally 12 trials on the same crap.
Now, I have appeared in your court before, but on other occasions, and those were not information that was submitted in any way that I'm aware of, that I was aware of. So, but the questionable information that was obtained, my personal information, it's one only actually of a minor concern.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's of minor concern. More to the point, it's of absolutely zero concern. People who, for all the world, should have access to that information based upon your violations do. Oh my God.
The bigger concern I have is that on the violation date and time, Your Honor, as you also would know, I actually appear in court as a witness in one of your trial on exactly that time and date. So I failed to see how I would have been able to have appeared in two different locations and committed this supposedly violation in any rational way. And
would you like to have a
thirdly,
conversation with the prosecutor then on this one, Mr. Lau?
Oh, I love it. This just makes me happy. This makes my day. I don't know how I could be in two locations. You don't need to be in two locations. You're violating right now as you speak. And you're probably at the courthouse and not the house. Your crap is still littering the city. I hope they're ticketing it right now, and I hope I hear you cry about it in the future, just like I'm watching you cry about it now. Because I enjoy it. And I don't buy your act that you're this stupid. I will give you that you're stupid, but not this stupid.
As I've shared probably with you in the past, I can't make a decision on your case without having a trial on it, obviously. So telling me the facts or what you believe are defenses at this juncture won't do anything that I can take action on. But if you'd like to have a conversation with one of the prosecutors, you could do that this morning.
So at this point, it is not the court's position. I'm sorry, Your Honor. At this time, it is not the court's position or authority to even dismiss the ticket. I have to talk to the...
No, dummy. It's not the court's position or authority to dismiss the ticket. Watch Schoolhouse Rock. You have tried 12 of these effing cases. You've lived in this country a long time. The judges don't dismiss cases. The prosecutors dismiss cases. The judges make rulings. Like, if you had never been to court, I'd give you a break. But you're in court every effing day. Learn something.
Attorney, the prosecutor first.
You're not required to talk to the prosecutor, but in a case where there's an allegation, in this case, the prosecutors or the police department has alleged that you committed this offensive littering, I don't have the authority to simply dismiss it outright until I've given both sides a chance to be heard, with the prosecutor a chance to present their witness and you a chance to defend yourself. So that would be at a trial. And that's why I've said, hey, if you'd like to have a conversation with the prosecutor about it, you could have that conversation. I don't know whether you'll be able to convince them to dismiss or not, but you could have that conversation with them.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. I definitely have the benefit of...
Okay, I'm going to do a reenactment. If I was the prosecutor, I was a prosecutor for a very brief period of time. Mr. Lau rolls up to me in court, and we go to chat about this. Hey, are you going to dismiss these perfectly reasonable violations that I've been charged with? No, I am not. The end.
Learning so much from your court. Yes, I would be more than happy to speak to the prosecutor, and hopefully we can have this case, of course, in my opinion, dismissed today, as opposed to taking up additional court's time. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay,
that's so magnanimous. He's thinking of the court's time. He's not worried at all about the liability to himself personally. He just doesn't want to waste the court's time with it. Really? Then pick your shit up.
That's good. So
I
I'll
guess
let them know. Yeah, I'll let them know that you're waiting, Mr. Lau. And then I'll emphasize for you, if you are able to work something out, that's terrific. And if not,
Hell no.
set for trial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll let you know when they're ready to speak with you.
And Your Honor,
Thank you.
for the court staff, just so everyone is aware, Mr. Reynolds is going to speak to Mr. Lau since he's been previously handling his cases, so just all bear with him now.
Okay, so Mr. Reynolds is going to hop on Zoom and have a conversation with you, Mr. Lau, since you all have a prior, I guess you'd say relationship for other situations. So he's going to be on and talk to you.
Many encounters with Prosecutor Reynolds. Yes, that would be
Okay.
great. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Wax on, wax off. Breathe.
Let's go ahead and recall the Michael Lau case. Mr. Lau is appearing by Zoom video. We also have Mr. Reynolds appearing for the prosecution. And whenever you're ready, Mr. Reynolds.
Thank you, Your Honor. I don't believe any sort of agreement has been reached here.
Okay. So, Mr. Lau, I know you had a conversation.
What? I am shocked. I'm shocked. Chris Reynolds, I will tell you right now, is 1 million times nicer than me. And even he just said, no. Not no, but hell no.
With Mr. Reynolds, I discussed with you the options as far as pleading guilty or no contest. You also have the option of pleading not guilty and setting this over for trial. It would be the prosecution's burden to prove the case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. So how would you like to proceed?
Your Honor, I, of course, would still ask the court to simply dismiss the ticket. It's points that I've addressed the court, and the court have said I should talk to Prosecutor Reynolds first. I presented it, but in short, the time and date of the location is actually is inaccurate because I was in court with you, Your Honor, on that
I want to dumber down the ticket. I want to fight that.
day and time period, and also I of course would simply ask the court to dismiss the case. So
Okay.
and Your Honor, maybe I will wait for your decision first before I then plead one way or another.
Yes, and as I told you, at this stage of the proceedings, I can't dismiss the case simply because someone says I didn't commit the offense or I didn't committed on the alleged time. It is the burden of the prosecutor to prove that on that date of April 22nd, and they've alleged a specific time here, but it would have to be on or about that date and place charge that you committed this offensive littering. So they have to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt that it occurred on that date and around that time at that location. So obviously I don't have the authority to dismiss this at this point because that's a factual issue that has to be determined. So I'm going to deny the motion to dismiss, which does put it in your hands. Then you can plead not guilty or guilty to the charge.
Your Honor, I plead not guilty and I ask for a trial, and based on what Your Honor has instructed other defendants earlier in court time, I wish to subpoena both the person that prosecutor said email him, and then he therefore forward the email to that subpoena. That person is important because that either confirm the continual stalking that is placed upon me by certain small one person, a small group. In addition, I wish to subpoena the not only Officer Cochran, the person who wrote the ticket, but the other officer that accompanied him when he served me the ticket. Actually, he just left it. He did not physically serve it to me. He just left it sitting underneath a rock on one of the lawn chairs that Your Honor is quite familiar, have seen many on early occasion via photos. So, and now because Mr.
Yeah, isn't that funny, Judge? He left a violation notice on a continuing violation that's sitting out there right now. That's a good one.
Cochran also stated that his superior authorize the ticket, I will also be requesting that his superior, because he actually named them on body cam, I wish to subpoena them as well.
It is indeed.
So for the hearing, and I understand based on earlier information I've learned from Prosecutor Reynolds that I need at least 7 days to serve them properly and so forth. Also, Your Honor, I am confident that I am in the certain financial situation that I would be afforded a court-appointed attorney. Of course, once I come.
Yes, we all know you're a brokey. We all know it. He's saying this with pride, like, I think that I am going to qualify for a free attorney. I am flat busted. I am leeching off the system. I came here to take, and I'm proud of it. This is the most American Chinese guy I've ever seen in my life.
Completed, filed the application for that. So with all that said, Your Honor, I am only unclear on the procedure and the timing. Can all the subpoena be issued prior to whether it's the public defender or whomever would get a specific person be appointed to the court, or do I have to wait for the court-appointed defender appointed first before I can have the subpoena and all those other things initiated?
Okay, so let's take this one step at a time then. I think you've articulated well what you anticipate the steps would be for you. Since you have indicated you want to apply for the public defender, that would be the first step in this process before we issue subpoenas, because after you speak with your public defender, you may have different opinion on who you want to subpoena, and you and your public defender could be together and make that decision on who to subpoena. So let's start with you filling out the application for the public defender.
I'm a big opponent of civil asset forfeiture. It is absolute theft by the government and abused wildly in this country. I have serious problems, but damn it, when you need it, when you need an overbearing, police department and prosecution just taking all somebody's stuff, where are they? This is the case where we need it. And I'll just look the other way. I'll pretend I don't see. You go ahead. Just trample that Constitution. Do whatever you need to do.
We can email that application to you this morning. If you need some time to fill it out, we could reschedule you for another date for me to determine your eligibility. Or if you want to fill it out and then send it back to us this morning, I still might be able to rule on it this morning as to whether you're eligible. And since our public defender is appearing today, that might be the best way to handle this, because she could actually, and she's been sitting in the courtroom listening to the conversation that I'm having with you. So if I do appoint our public defender, then you could have a conversation with her today, or at least schedule a time to have a conversation with her. So it may not be today that you have the conversation, but I could at least get that first step of the process completed, which is to determine your eligibility.
Your Honor, I lack the time nor resources to complete the application in a timely manner to you this morning, so you can rule during court time.
Yeah, Anna, I lack time and resources. I just come here and waste everyone else's time and resources. Yeah, we know. You're poor, you're not very bright, and you're obnoxious. The first two I can forgive. But you think you're clever, so now I can't forgive them. So now you're going to hear about it.
I definitely, as Your Honor, know that I have been very consistent in following up and following through. I will definitely, once I receive that, I will definitely complete it and resubmit it back to the court. And then for Your Honor to, of course, for the court to inform me what the new court date may be, and or if.
You know what? I'm going to nominate Lau for the Alcatraz pilot program. There's been rumblings about reopening Alcatraz. They say they don't have any facilities They don't have any power. They don't have any stuff out there. It's just an island. I think we send Lau out there, to see if we can house prisoners there or not. That'd be perfect.
Whether I'm eligible for the court-appointed defender or not.
Okay, so what we'll do then is I'm going to give you a new court date. Let me just check with our public defender just to see do you anticipate being here any time except for the next month, next month, Ms. Talene, just in case we do?
I mean, I actually, if you set it for a Tuesday, I could be here.
Yes, my chat gets it as usual. Alcatraz is in fact perfect for overnight parking.
The one thing I will say is I had a death in the family, so I have to go out of state the beginning of June.
Sorry to hear that. Okay.
Yeah, but if you set it for a Tuesday, I think I can be here most of those days.
Okay, I think given that you're is it the first week of June that you're gone, and then your normal public defender day would be that second Tuesday in June?
Yeah, that would work. I will be here for that.
I think we're just going to set Mr. Lau for that second Tuesday in June. That way, and we'll set you for 9:30 that day. And so, Sabrina, can you tell me what day that is, the second week in June?
My apologies. So that second Tuesday in June is going to be the 10th of June at 9:30.
Okay, we're going to set you for June 10th at 9:30. I don't know whether you'll be eligible for the public defender, but if you come that day at 9:30, and you can appear by Zoom video, that's fine with me if you want to appear by Zoom. Again, I know you've had some challenges as far as physically, so if you want to appear by Zoom video, you can appear by Zoom video on June 10th at 9:30. You're going to get a setting notice from Sabrina or one of our staff members for that. We're also going to send to you today the application for the public defender. So if you can get that completed, you can email that back to us, and then it'll get to me, and I will rule on whether you're eligible for the public defender. If you are, you'll have a conversation with Ms. Talene that day. If you're not, then we'll let you know, and then you'll either have to hire your own counsel or represent yourself. But we'll take that one step at a time. I'm not going to enter a not guilty plea today, and the reason is if you decide that you want to have a jury trial, you would lose your opportunity to request a jury trial, and I want your public defender to be able to help you make that decision as to whether you want a jury trial or not. And that date starts to run as soon as you plead not guilty. So we won't enter a plea today. That can be done on the next court date when you come back in. Does that make sense?
Come on.
Thank you, Your Honor. I understand as always much better now.
Oh, we're getting effing jury trials on this now. We're getting jury trials on this. He just told this guy lives to come to court. How can you complicate these things and make them worse? A jury, of course. He didn't know enough to appeal decisions so that he could get a trial in the first place. Now you cleared that step for him. Now you're. It's not that you're not preserving the right. You're suggesting it to him. Judge Khan, you're a nice guy. You're not a dumb guy, but you deserve to sit through those jury trials now. You deserve it, and I have no sympathy for you.
Okay, so we'll reset this for the June 10th Public Defender Day. We'll send you the application.
Oh, this is the happiest day of his life. He can increase his burden on society times 10. This is the best thing that's ever happened to him.
And then just get that resubmitted. Get it to us soon enough so that I can look it over and make a determination before that next court date, so you'll know when you come in whether you have public defender representation or whether you have to pursue on your own, either your own counsel or representing yourself.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions for me, Mr. Lau? Any other questions? Okay, so you can go ahead and leave the meeting. Just look for that email from one of our staff members.
Thank you, Your Honor, and
All right.
thank you to the court.
All right, have a good day.
Okay.
Okay, I know I'm a little worked up. Maybe I'm frisky from my Wyandotte Swingers Club shirt. I don't know. It is. I think I've done more hearings on this guy than anybody else, except maybe like Daryl Brooks or something. And I've had it. I've had it with him and his manipulations. Although I really did enjoy him just not understanding that he could get violated for violating an ordinance while he's in court. Of course you can. And then getting all sad about it. Is he dumb enough to think he had a Matlock moment there? Like, it'd be really good. Like, okay, an alibi is a really good thing for a lot of stuff. You know, like if he's charged with robbing a bank in downtown Denver, and he said, Judge, I was in court in a hearing with you that day out in Boulder. That's a damn good defense. If he's cited for leaving his BBT where it doesn't belong, which he does every night of his life, he can do that while he's in court. There's no contradiction. I don't know what the citation was, but all the citations are he's a slob. You can simultaneously leave a mess somewhere and go to court. People do it every day, trust me. Some of them leave a mess somewhere and then they come into court and make a mess too. There you have it. Well, at least that was shorter. You know what's funny? I'm in a really good mood. I just get temper. Whenever you see me cranky like this, honestly, I'm just kind of having fun. Like, A, I won't remember this 30 seconds from now, and B, I'm in a great mode. I'm doing fun stuff starting tomorrow. Life is good. Having said that, my disdain for him is real. That's not feigned. I mean it. I mean every word of it. There we go. All right. Thank y'all for coming out. We had a short allow. Thankfully, we had a short allow. We didn't get to see what's her name? Old Stinky Backyard Margaret. We didn't get to see old Stinky Backyard Margaret this time. It's always one or the other. He doesn't set them at the same time. Lecomte. Yes, Ms. Lecomte, or as I call her, Stinky and Noxious Backyard Margaret. It's a long one, but it's fitting, and I like it. All right. This is my third stream. I'm out of here. Thanks for coming out. You guys are the best.